Hello, I could say Grand Rising. We're already at 2:30 today, so the spread is delayed today because I had a delicious morning of self-love, some deep processing, and a facial. And yes, I deserved it. I loved being nice to myself this morning, processing deeper things. But this is today's spread, and we are in the thick of a Mercury retrograde. And so, Mercury retrogrades, remember, are about healing old, expired patterns of problem solving and decision making and thought patterns. And so anything that is no longer serving your highest path will come back with full force. That's why during Mercury retrogrades, a lot of exes will start to contact you, just really expired experiences. And so, really be aware of that. What are you choosing for yourself? And do you continue to behave from those old patterns? And so, be aware of that. So, the sacred geometry that showed up today is crossing over. And this showed up just days ago in the reverse. But today it showed up upright. So, crossing over talks about a rebirthing. Okay, so a part of you dying. And that's exactly what Mercury retrogrades represent. If you are willing to dig in and heal and release that old pattern, it's permanent. Anything that you heal in a retrograde that has to do with the energy of that retrograde, right? Because every planet has a very specific energy. Whatever you are willing to heal in that retrograde will up-level you. You'll be able to move and graduate to a higher level of ascension. So crossing over very much affirms that. In the upright, it says you are actually allowing a part of yourself to die. So move forward with it. Move forward with it. And so the crow showed up in the reverse. In the reverse, it's saying don't be seduced by illusion. So really the discernment. Crow teaches us, one, to use our voice. Crows represent the hidden realms of magic. Okay, so it is that illusion, because magic is a completely different energetic than divine energy. So like when people ask me, do I use magic or tarot, even, because tarot it dives into that different energetic realm. And no, I don't need to, because I am divinely gifted. So I don't need to utilize an energy outside of that which I am, because I represent source. So when I walk into a space to help facilitate someone's remembering of who they are, I am source. I am showing up as source. So I don't need to be the illusion. I don't need to create illusion. I do not edit who I am anymore. And so all of that is in the past for me. This is the spread for the collective, okay? So think about, in the spaces, where are you still editing? Don't be seduced by illusion. And so this is also asking you to be super aware and use your gifts of discernment to see who is being the phony. And if you can see, I believe it was yesterday I posted that love, when you embody love, you are source, okay? And love is the litmus test for phony. Like when you embody love, it'll feel almost painful to be in the presence of someone who is full of shit. And so you'll see that. That's the litmus test. Okay, so Amanda says, I feel like I have been in my head a lot lately, that something I had stopped. So I am working on being present again. Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you, Amanda, for admitting that. And, you know, Mercury retrogrades can really shake shit up, but you're also in a period of mourning, so be gentle with yourself. So, you know, being in your head could also be like helping you process pain, because you're processing pain for everyone around you. I know that as an empath, Amanda, that you tend to do that, especially for those you love most. So really be aware of that too. And I love you, and I'm holding you through this transition. And so be aware of the message of Crow. Do not be seduced by illusion. And so that even resonates for me today, even though that pull wasn't for me. My pull today was actually this, which is interesting because I'm moving through some personal pain. One, being approached by males, and you can see it if you follow my posts, like, don't schedule a session with me or sit in my meditation class and then try to say I've spent lots of money to be in the same space as you. Like, ew, are you fucking serious? Did you schedule a session with me and pay to be in my meditation class because you were hoping that I would consider you as a partner? No, that's not even ethical. It's fucking gross. And I was completely turned off by that. But the whole point was that I told him I felt zero chemistry with him, and he became cranky. Like, boo fucking who? I'm sorry. Like, that's not gonna happen. So that gentleman, of course, was cut off. But that's been showing up a lot for me lately. Like, no, don't schedule if you're interested in me, please don't schedule a session with me. Do healing somewhere else, and let's have other conversations. Like, please. Anyhow. And so that's why I was very clear with the post I just made. Like, these are the guidelines. I've been connecting with this male energy in the ether for a couple years now. So I am very clear on what my partner feels and pretty much looks like. I have not seen him in the physical yet, but he's got to be the perfect mirror for me. And he has to be powerful enough to help move me into my higher levels of ascension. And that's what a partner is. It's a beautiful support for parallel growth. I can't grow with someone who's not even at my level yet. That's simple. Anyhow, my card was the beloved. And that's interesting because I blocked 2 males that I've been really allowing to use me. And so it's interesting that card came up. So maybe that's my reward for creating space. Thank you. Anyhow, Amanda, yes, thank you. And I feel that I am processing for many. Yes, you are. I witness that in you. Yes. I love you, Amanda. And so the crow showing up in reverse is really using your gifts of discernment. Do not be swayed or seduced by illusion, especially now in this Mercury retrograde. Know that you are healing through something that you have the potential to not revisit again. So, like, really letting go of old thought patterns and thought processes that don't serve you. And the crow is saying, so don't be seduced by illusion. Like, be clear about that. And turquoise, remember I say these stones are about, these cards are about what energetic are you moving through right now? And what's the tool that you can call upon to help you with that? And that's turquoise. So you're very much, your shadow aspect is going to show up right now, today. That's the illusion. Right? That it's not you. So turquoise is the stone of wholeness. This stone will actually help you to integrate those parts of you that you are rejecting so that they stop showing up in your reality. And so turquoise is a beautiful stone. And it's a storm stone, which means that it actually helps to heal, stimulate, clear, purify all chakras. There's actually 115 chakras in the body, 7 main ones, and those 7 main ones help to propel us through the human experience. They help govern our human experience. And so Pauhik Mana, the medicine of the butterfly Kachina, showed up, and Butterfly talks about transformation. And I love this. This is the message of crossing over. This is the expanded flower of life, right? So it expands you beyond any borders of the flower of life. That's what really transitioning while you're still in the human experience is about. It's about allowing parts of yourself to die. And if you're doing it right, you die a whole lot. And then you don't ever fear physical death, because you know that that's the culmination, that's the graduation, when you have finally manifested that. Thank you, Amanda, for admiring my turquoise. And since Amanda's on, look what card came up for me today, Amanda. And thank you. So Amanda actually found a piece of fire agate on a hike and brought that to me. So I love it. Anyhow, the medicine of the butterfly Kachina talks about transformation. Remember, there are different phases of transformation. There is a time to be still. That's that cocoon phase, right? So you don't want to rush the process of transformation. In that stillness, not only do we receive wisdom, but it allows us a chance to come into everything that we've learned. Because if you try to push yourself, force yourself through transition, transformation, and growth, you don't really get to integrate and become whole with all the things that you've learned about yourself. But when you allow yourself to be still in that cocoon phase, then you actually come into the transformation, the unfurling of your wings in a way more powerful way. And so what have you learned about yourself this far? So the Mercury retrograde, the shadow actually started the 15th of last month. And then we went into the actual retrograde on the 30th. And so being in that retrograde on the 30th, I mean, this is from the 15th of last month. What have you been learning about yourself? And have you really allowed yourself time to process what you've learned about yourself so that you can come into this fully realized transformation? So this is a really cohesive spread. Like from beginning to end, this is like, okay, these parts of me have to die. Like literally a caterpillar becoming a butterfly becomes liquefied inside of its chrysalis. Like literally liquid. It returns to a liquid state. I don't know how many of you even know that, but that's parts of itself dying to return to this liquid state. Yes, surrender and feel, Amanda, yes. And then it starts to rebuild itself. So don't skip that phase. Don't be swayed by illusion. Don't be seduced by illusion. Allow yourself to become whole and then unfurl your wings. That is the spread for today, and it's powerful AF. And thank you. Thank you for joining. I love you all. I really, truly do. Thank you. And I am sorry for any little bit of discord that I have created as source. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I love you, Elizabeth. You're so welcome. It's my pleasure.